Alrighty, so this is going to be take 3. I keep making a couple mistakes here, but we're set up. My name is Aidan Donahue. I am in my first year of my master's at Grand Canyon University. I'm taking my Cyber 505 class. This project is our Cyber Threats and Attack Vector presentation due April 19, 2023 for Professor Brandon Bass. This project is going to be a presentation of me presenting to an executive at a hospital talking about cyber threats and how to mitigate them. So let's begin. What we're going to be talking about today is the relevant information that we need to know, kind of a little bit of a background, the potential system attacks, a difference between a threat and a vulnerability, and then kind of more specific into those attacks and who would act on them. So our main actors in this are going to be our APTs, our advanced persistent threats, people that are going to be installing, like, say, a software or a malware, or something that's going to be lingering under the noses of cybersecurity professionals and trying to steal information that way. Cyber terrorists are going to be more along the lines of destroying either physically or an intellectual property, trying to get rid of that destruction, cause some kind of havoc. Hospitals are very, very central to towns and cities. If you get rid of a hospital, shut it down, it is going to cause a huge problem for all kinds of people, specifically governments, that kind of thing. Cyber criminals are going to span from small time to big time, stealing a little bit of information here or trying to steal a ton of information, potentially trying to destroy information, files, background, maybe payment history, that kind of thing. They're going to use all kinds of attacks to try and make those happen. The main attacks that we're going to be talking about are just, stealing data and information, file corruption, and then destroying that same data and information depending on what your intentions are or, what you plan to do in the future. A threat is going to be the bad actor itself, either the person, the group, or the software used in order to cause the problem. They're going to exploit a vulnerability in our system. So a threat is going to be the actual actor or the act, the software, the physical something that gets plugged into a router or a network or that kind of thing, and those are going to be the actual threats themselves. The vulnerabilities are on a cyber professional's side to recognize, see, try and mitigate, block, keep an eye on, be very vigilant, and make sure that these threats. Alrighty, so the 3 main attacks we're going to be looking at. With an APT, it's going to be malware or spyware. They're going to be installing some kind of malicious software and trying to take as much information as they can as a group or as a specific person, and trying to get logins, security passes, information on certain patients or doctors, employees, that kind of thing. Just try to get that information, whether they want to sell it or they want to do anything else with it, maybe use it for personal use. Not really a good thing to do at all. Bad actor. A cyber terrorist would probably take advantage of a power outage or something similar. Unless a hospital is backed up on its own generators, this would throw the hospital into absolute chaos. Not being able to communicate with each other, not really being able to keep up with patient sheets unless they're completely written down. The refrigerators that keep all of the medicine, all the blood, everything like that. A lot of hospitals take advantage of pneumatic tubes that'll shoot through the walls, that kind of thing, to try and get stuff to different rooms, operating rooms, all that kind of thing at a much faster pace. If the power's out, everything's going to go, back to the 1940s. Everything's on foot. Everything's communicated by hand. Everything has to be written down, and it's going to cause a lot of problems. A cyber criminal would most likely use a hash attack. They would go try to convince your network that they're allowed to be on that and start stealing a lot of information, getting everything that pumps through your network, seeing what they want, what they need, and taking all that information, selling it, destroying it, snooping around where they shouldn't be, that kind of thing, causing a huge problem. In summary, at our hospital, being vigilant about the kinds of attacks that an actor may enact, kind of keeping on top of those, making sure we're watching out for them, being aware of them, making sure that the entire team is trained to understand and look for these kind of things. Why it's very important to keep cybersecurity on top and not really slack it off in any way. our most important part is keeping, all of our patients safe, all of our employees safe, keeping their information, everything in the background safe, as well as them physically. Making sure that we stay vigilant on top of everything that we can in order to make this hospital run as smoothly as possible. Thank you for your time today. I hope it was educational and we learned everything that we needed to. Have a great day.